The Journey to Fluency. Chapter 1, New Beginnings. In the small town of Siem Reap, Cambodia, a young man named Dara stood outside the bustling language center with his heart racing. He had signed up for an English class, something he had thought about for years, but never actually started. As a high school graduate, Dara knew some basic English phrases, but he longed to speak fluently, to understand songs, movies, and the endless world of knowledge available online. When he first entered the class, he felt nervous. The classroom was filled with people of all ages and backgrounds, students, teachers, business people, and even some older adults. Each person had their own reason for being there, but Dara knew he was in the right place. "Hello, everyone," greeted the teacher, Miss Sophie, with a bright smile. "Let's get started." Ms. Sophie began with introductions, asking each student to share a bit about themselves in English. When it was Dara's turn, he hesitated, searching for the words. "My name is Dara. I want to learn English," he said slowly. Everyone clapped, and Miss Sophie nodded with encouragement. "Well done, Dara. That's a great start." Dara's first day was a mix of excitement and challenge. Miss Sophie introduced them to basic phrases and vocabulary, things like greeting people, ordering food, and describing their favorite things. Dara felt a thrill when he learned how to say iced coffee correctly, something he enjoyed every morning. Chapter 2. Challenges and Growth. As the weeks passed, Dara faced the inevitable challenges of learning a new language. Grammar rules felt confusing, and pronunciation was tricky. Dara struggled especially with words like through, though, and thought, which sounded similar but had different meanings. One evening, Dara sat at his desk, looking over his notes and feeling a bit defeated. He didn't understand why English had so many exceptions, but as he thought about his goal, to one day read English books, watch English movies, and maybe even travel to an English-speaking country, he felt a spark of determination. Practice makes perfect, he reminded himself, recalling Miss Sophie's favorite saying. Dara decided to create a routine. He woke up early each morning to study vocabulary and listen to English podcasts while walking through the busy streets of Siem Reap. He even started practicing conversations with tourists who visited his town, always greeting them with a friendly hello. Welcome to Cambodia. Chapter 3, Breakthrough Moments. Months passed, and Dara noticed small changes. He could understand more of his English lessons, and words began to feel familiar rather than foreign. One day, while ordering coffee at a local cafe, he heard a group of tourists talking nearby. He caught phrases like, "What a beautiful temple," and "Let's go explore." To his surprise, he understood every word. Excited, Dara took a chance. "Are you visiting Angkor Wat?" he asked them in English. The tourists turned to him with surprised smiles. "Yes, we are." "Have you been there?" one of them asked. Dara nodded, feeling a surge of pride as he replied, "Yes, many times. It is very beautiful." The tourists chatted with him, asking for recommendations, and Dara happily shared his favorite spots. When he left the cafe, he felt a sense of accomplishment. His English was far from perfect, but he had communicated, shared, and understood, a milestone he had once thought impossible. Chapter 4. The Power of Practice. Dara's confidence grew. He began to participate more in class, answering questions, and even attempting full sentences. Miss Sophie noticed his progress and encouraged him further, assigning him more challenging exercises. "Dara, you've come a long way," she said one day after class. "Why don't you try reading some English books? Start with something simple, maybe a story for younger readers. It will help you improve." Dara took her advice and picked up a children's book from the local library. At first, it was slow going, but with each page, he recognized more words. He read aloud, practicing pronunciation and getting used to the flow of English sentences. Soon after, Dara also started watching English movies with subtitles. He'd pause the movie, write down new words, and repeat lines to himself. Some of his friends laughed at his intense study habits, but Dara didn't mind. He was on a mission. Chapter 5. Setting New Goals. One evening, after watching his favorite movie in English without subtitles, Dara decided to set a new goal. He wanted to improve his accent. He admired how native speakers sounded so fluid and natural, and he wanted to reach that level of fluency. He asked Miss Sophie for tips, and she suggested listening closely to how native speakers pronounced each sound, especially vowels, which were challenging. Dara practiced in front of a mirror, observing how he formed sounds. He repeated phrases he heard in podcasts, focusing on rhythm and intonation. At times, it felt silly, but Dara reminded himself that every bit of effort was bringing him closer to his dream. Chapter 6. Connecting with Others. One day, Dara joined an English conversation group in town. It was a mix of locals and foreigners who met weekly to practice and share stories. He felt nervous at first, but as he listened to others speak, he felt inspired. Each person brought a unique accent, vocabulary, and perspective, showing Dara that fluency didn't mean sounding perfect. It meant being able to express himself, share ideas, and connect with others. Over time, Dara formed friendships with people from different backgrounds. They shared stories about their cultures, families, and dreams, all in English. Through these conversations, Dara not only improved his English, but also broadened his worldview. Chapter 7. A New Beginning. After a year of dedication, Dara's English had improved significantly. He was able to hold conversations, understand movies, and even read articles online. Reflecting on his journey, he realized that learning English had opened new doors for him. It had given him confidence, connections, and a sense of accomplishment. Dara had gone from shyly introducing himself in a classroom to confidently speaking with tourists and friends from around the world. He knew he still had much to learn, but he was ready to keep going. Epilogue. Dara's story reminds us that learning a language is a journey filled with challenges and rewards. His dedication, persistence, and openness to new experiences helped him grow, not just as an English speaker, but as a person. Now, he encourages others in his community to take that first step, just as he did, and discover the world that learning a new language can offer.